I ran across this project the other day by Nate Moore and I wanted to play with it, so I figured I would do kind of a first look video. I don't think there's much documentation, so we're just kind of going to see what's on GitHub and go from there. So it looks like you've got two things. You've got the core, which is unstyled components that you can basically use to build out your own custom CLIs, or there's actually styled prompts. At least that's what it looks like. So these styled prompts are the things that I think that you see down here. So let's go ahead and click GitHub and look at this link. And like I said, I don't think there's a lot as far as documentation the last time I checked this out. Okay, so let's go underneath packages then. And yeah, so core and prompts. Let's just look at the prompts. I'm not sure I want to build out something live the first time I've looked at this. Try the demo. I'm guessing this takes you, yeah, it looks like to a stack blitz. So, all right, so intro, outro functions send a message to begin or end a prompt. Cancellation is how you cancel a prompt. So if somebody hits Control C, then it'll show them this cancel message. And then there's a bunch of components. So there's text, there is confirm, which is like a Boolean, I'm guessing. Yep, Boolean of true and false. There's a select, there's a multi-select, there's a spinner while you're thinking about stuff, and then some utility. So grouping elements is a great way to keep stuff organized. It's a JSON object with a name that can be used to reference the group later. Okay, so it looks like we've got a group here. You've got name, age, color, so you can reference each of these as properties later on if you want to. It also looks like you can pass results. Okay, so that's enough to kind of understand how this works. So why don't we go ahead and install this. All right, so I've got a totally open directory here. Let's do npm init, and we'll do -y, and then npm I, and let's just paste in that Clack prompts. All right, so I'm guessing that's all I have to do. Let me jump back over this way and see if they've got any examples. I think I saw something like that, yeah, over this way. So let's go, sure, basics. All right, so I'm guessing I've done everything correctly. Let's grab all of this, come over and create an index.js file, and then let's paste in all the code we just got. And I'll come down here and just do node index.js. Okay, so I'm importing, so let's go ahead and come over here. And we'll just add up here, type is module. Okay, back over here, let's try it again. All right, look at that. So where should I start it? Let's do something. All right, provide a password. That's cool, you've got actually primitives for passwords. TypeScript, sure. Let's do GitHub action, install dependencies. So you can even arrow left and right. That's pretty cool. So I'm guessing that Nate built this. He's one of the maintainers or the kind of the core team behind Astra. So I'm guessing he built this for them because this looks a lot like Astra's. So that's pretty cool. And obviously didn't install anything. This is just for kicks. So let's kind of play around with this and maybe let's create a copy. We'll call this like sample.js. And let's split this next to it. I'll close this down. And now let's actually adjust things here and we'll kind of see the difference between the two. So I'll come over this way and we'll do the same thing, except here we'll go node sample.js and it should give us the same thing. Let's cancel out of it because I'm pretty sure it's got that cancellation message that we saw earlier. Okay, so let me go ahead and close that down just so we can see what's going on here and adjust some of this. It looks like there was that intro function. I'm guessing there's the outro function that we saw somewhere. Okay, so down here. So these two things allow you to basically start and end the prompt. And then in between, you can group things, and this is one of the ways we saw to organize stuff. And each of these essentially properties on the object that you pass in here, this JSON object, you can reference later on. So I've got path, password, type, and I think you can name these whatever you want. Yeah, tools, it looks like you can name these whatever you want. And I'm guessing, oh yeah, so here we go. So like project.install, I think this was called project up top here. So project.install would be right here. So it basically is saying, hey, if this is true, then go ahead and show a spinner, wait a certain amount of time, give a message, and then give an ending message. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's go ahead and adjust this, and let's maybe say like name here. And I'm guessing since this is all typed, it's going to be pretty easy just to hit Control and the spacebar and figure out stuff. So let's see, we've got a message, default value, so we could say like, what is your name? All right, and then what else do we have? Default value, we could give, maybe not a default, but isn't there like a, yeah, initial value? That's what I want, placeholder. So I could say like Joe Beans, right, or something. Okay, so next, what else do we have? Initial value, validate. So this is interesting, text options, validate. Oh, okay. So let's look down here. So it looks like if you validate a value, you can basically run some kind of check on whatever value they've provided. Enter a password. Okay, cool. So let's do that. So let's say validate, and then we'll pass this function where we give it a string. And here we'll just say if a value, or if no value, how about that? I'll return. So yeah, we can just basically copy this. Now that I look down here, I think that's basically what we're doing here, except we'll say, please enter a name. And then maybe we make it at least 2 characters. Name should have at least 2 characters. Okay. Now I think there's a way, isn't there a way to pass things between different things in a group even? I think we saw that earlier. Yeah, with this results. So it looks like you can get this as the next, it's like it's passing it along the chain here. So maybe we say like age, and let's see, p.password. Okay, so I think it's just, where's this p coming from? Okay, so this is the prompts. All right, so prompts dot, and then password is the type. So let's come in here and let's get rid of this, and we'll go p dot, is there like a number? No. So I think we'll just have to use text and validate it after the fact. Yeah, that'll work. So right inside here, we'll do comma, and let's go message, I'm guessing is what I've got. So it's the same things here. How old are you? And then we'll do a placeholder as well. This one will be like, I don't know, 19, 18, something. Need a comma here. And then let's validate this as well. So I'm guessing we can take in this value, which is a string. And I guess here we could do the same check. So we could say if there's no value, then return, please enter your age. We could also do some kind of validation on what type it is. So I would think we could do something like number, value, and then we could check if this is not a number. So if it doesn't actually produce something, so if it's like NaN for not a number, then we could return like, please enter a number. Something like that. I think that would work. All right, so let's go ahead and run this and just see what we got so far. So we're going to run this again. What is your name? Oh, cool. Joe Beans. Sure. Provide a password. Oh, why is this saying password? Name. Oh, I never saved it. Okay, let's try again. Node. All right, so there you go. What is your name? We'll say Joe Beans. Sure. How old are you? Let's just hit enter and see what happens. Please enter your age. Let's do a number value like this, or a letter value. Please enter a number. Okay, that's cool. So I could say like 1.2. Is that going to work? Okay, it does work with decimal, so we might have to figure that out if we really wanted to change that. But now we can cancel that operation. So what we can do is basically pass these things in. Though we never actually use this, so maybe we go like do a little wave emoji. How about this? And then here I'm guessing, we can just do a template literal string, and then I'll get results dot, and oh, look at this. So I can grab any of these. Obviously, I'm guessing you have to do these after they're initialized. Otherwise, how is it going to know the value? So let's grab name, and let's try this one more time. I'll come back up here. We'll do the same thing. We'll say Joe. Hey, Joe, how old are you? Hey, that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll put a exclamation point there. All right, so that's pretty neat how you can pass those things along. I'm guessing now you pick individual paths. What if we make this like a choose your own adventure, like adventure, all right? And we give like results.path. What's this dot path coming from? Oh, you know what? I think that may have been the very first thing, wherever that was. Yeah, over here. Okay, which should we place? Okay, so yeah, it's actually just doing the same thing we just did, which is using these results. So let's keep these results so we can reference the age and reference the name. So we'll say pick a project path. How about here we say like, which adventure would you like? Initial value. Okay, so you're passing options here as an object, and this is a different type than the text, which is the only thing we've worked with so far. So what else do we have available to us here? Maybe that was it. Let's come down here. Anything else? Yeah, it looks like just those 3 options for the select. Okay, so then let's go ahead and change these out. We'll say like easy, medium, or hard. And maybe here we say like, let's pick like a baby emoji. And then over here, let's pick like a child emoji. That will work. And then over here, is there like a Bruce Lee emoji or something? We definitely need this. Let's do like karate. All right, hard. There we go. Oh no. All right, so let's try that again. And here, let's maybe grab the results.joe, .name, because it could be anything, and use the name once again. Okay. So we'll say Joe, and then we'll say 18. Okay, here we go. So I actually need some kind of labels here so you can see what this means. Okay, so let's cancel this out, and let's just add in here then easy, medium, and hard. Okay, so we've got 3 different values that should show. Let's see, I also need to change this. Let's say easy should be the default. So this is the initial value, and they can just immediately press enter and keep going if they want. Now, I'm guessing, can I validate? Yeah, I can validate. So why don't we just do like a check? Is there a way to do a check? I would think there has to be. So let's grab this, and can I confirm off of this check? Let's try that. So we'll say if value, yeah, if it equals hard, then is there just like a message I can show or something? What if I do a p.confirm? Can I do this inside of here? I guess that's the question. It doesn't like it, so I'm guessing no. Okay, so maybe initial value false, on cancel. So I'm wondering if there's no way to like say like, are you sure? Let's come back over this way and see if we've got anything in the actual package here. So I'll look at prompts, come down this way. Cancellation components, we got text, confirm, select, multi-select, spinner, utilities is group, and I think that's it. Okay, so on cancel callback will be called if the user cancels one of the prompts in the group. Okay, so any of them get canceled, it jumps to this on cancel, which you've already seen that. Spinner is another option just for thinking about it. I don't think there's any kind of validate where you can check. You can basically just make them type it in again or not. So I guess what we could do, let's do this. So let's come back over here. And right here we could say like, if value is hard, let's just go ahead and return right away out of this. Return year 2. And then maybe let's do a check inside here. So we'll grab the value, or what was that thing called? Results.age. If it's over, let's go like 25, then we could return old. Otherwise, we could say young for the hard level. So it just doesn't let you choose hard at all. All right, let's try this again. Let's go. Node sample. Joe, how old are you? Let's do 18. Let's try to choose hard. Oh, no. So let's come back over this way and see if I'm missing something where they validate off of an option. So maybe you can't validate off of those because I'm giving it to them already. So since they're options, maybe you cannot validate. Huh. Let's actually check. I thought we were getting this as a complete option. No, I'm not. Okay, so maybe you can't validate off selects. Okay, well, that's good to know. Then what I could do is come in here and have, let's just do a note instead. So I'm going to save this text right here. So you're too old for this. And maybe just make this a note instead. All right, and then we're going to call this good. So tools multi-select means you can choose multiples. I think that's pretty much the same. Install is just a confirmation message. Are you sure? Maybe here's where we do it. All right, so let's do that. We'll say, you're too old for the hard level. Are you sure? All right, so don't be a quitter. All right, that way, if they quit out of this thing, they get that aggressive message. Here we could say like initializing. And then here, let's go ahead and grab the project dot adventure. So this will be hard, easy, medium, whatever level. And then let's do the same thing down here and put this in template literal strings. Initializing, we could say like time to start the whatever level. All right, and then next steps. Let's go ahead and change this to like get a walking stick. All right, how about that? And we'll do project.name. And then it looks like we just have a new line break here. And then this is just to check off this project install. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. So inside here, let's go ahead and say like, let's grab all of this, I guess. We could say like something aggressive, like get your butt moving. All right, how about that? Note next steps. Oh, okay, so it's going to actually grab this template literal, drop it in here, and this will be the title for the note, I'm guessing. Is that how this works? So message, title. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so I think we got that set. Let's see if it actually works. So I'm going to come in here. Let's go ahead and run this sample.js. What's your name? Joe. How old are you? 18. Let's choose hard. Oh no, it died on us. Results are not defined. Okay, let's come back up this way. All right, so we got results. Oh, okay, we need to just pass these results in here. All right, so now it's going to basically chain this and give me results, which gives me access to the adventure, the age, and the name. And I think that should now work. And then it looks like there's an actual delay here. Let's get rid of that so we don't have to wait as long. All right, so back over this way. Let's go ahead and rerun this. Joe, 18. Let's choose hard. Oh no, you're too young for the hard level. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. All right, initializing hard level. All this is dynamic and custom. It looks like we got the spinner. Get at walking stick, Joe. Get your butt moving. Okay, so aside from spelling, I think we did okay. Get a walking stick. All right, there we go. So hopefully that was entertaining for you. That was kind of cool to work with. It looks like we've got colors that come included in this by default as well. And it looks like we just have a bunch of different colors here. Cool. I'm guessing this comes from some kind of library. Yeah, Pico colors. Hey, well, that was cool. I don't know where I would use this in real life, but I mean, I want to somewhere. So if you have any ideas, let me know. If you are somebody who needs something like this in your CLI, then this would be a great tool to reach for. It looks like it's pretty basic right now, but I love how the styling is just built in by default. You even get these nice little borders around the outro, and I'm guessing the intro too, yeah, has this little line right here. So really, really like that. So cool. Hey, well, hope you really enjoyed that. Huge thanks to Nate for this library. I don't know Nate personally, but I feel like every time he touches anything, I'm interested because he just does some really cool stuff. Well, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Happy coding.